Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Field of Glory Empire as Rome. Let's see if we can finish up this war with Macedonia. And we're seeing Byzantium did not accept our previous request here to sign peace. So how did our agreement go with you? It's still on moon. Okay. Go ahead and attempt peace with these guys again. So I want you to give me that region, that region. I don't actually want that region. You can keep that region. So that gets them to 14%. We don't need to humiliate them. Yeah, we'll just send out the 14% request. We'll see if they accept it. And then we can look at Macedonia again. We're up to 100-something% war score is what it's saying. So can we get them to cede the regions we want them to? So that one, that one. At this point, I probably want... Oh, well, yeah, at that point we probably want those as well because we've now gotten stuck with that one. Might contemplate trying to sell that one off if we do get these guys to peace out. So let's say we want those 4 provinces. Boom, 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 boom. And then we want you to be humiliated. 5% chance they would accept. We'll propose that. Because this would allow me to sort of very quickly swap to let's try to get the game over real quick mode if they accept this. Okay. I wonder if I can... I think I can probably receive supply off of our friends there. So we'll move over to there, we'll move over to there. Build limes as you leave. Build our own camp as you leave. You're gonna build limes. Oh. It would help if I push the right button. You're gonna exit the fort to deal with the guy besieging you. Okay, I think we're going around to the provinces at this point. One open slot there, in the mountains. We don't need the loyalty, so this would give us some money. Crafting district, or a large wall. It's giving you an idea of how powerful the money is at this point. Now, do we have the copper on the bonus in the mint? We do. Or the bank. Was that the... No, that was the mint. We have the bank as something we can pull. Okay. So yeah, let's do the crafting district here. Which definitely doesn't need that much construction. Oh, you haven't have enough stockpile that would work, but that's not quite what we want. We'll do something like that. See how that works. At least then the you're not driving the stockpile down, other than what's being turned into something. Could go to the smokehouse. Could go to the wall. Pretty valuable scriptorium as well. Because that scriptorium is valuable enough, we will do it. We can basically do that all in one go. Next state. Apparently we need one more person on food here. Or on infrastructure there. Next state. 3. Might as well do the warehouse upgrade. This is being presented to us. Oh, and that obviously won't need that much construction. Because that needs 450, got 900 stockpiled. Okay, I think that's about right. What we want to do. This will lower the stockpile a little bit, because the net is less than the building costs, but that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. Nothing to build here, so everyone on to food. As terrible as it is to make food in the middle of the mountain range there, but we got a couple building slots here. Nice culture building, yes. And plenty of building slots. Okay, everything's finished there. We're gonna finish there. 1, 1, and a 1, so plenty to build. There we go. Still working that prison from before. You got silver. We know there's a way to import copper. Because the forge will do that. Yeah, I think we will go ahead and just grab that coin maker. We could have a better one somewhere, but it's a start. Then here we're fishing for the armor. We haven't found it yet, so I'm going to do a reroll. We probably want to delay because we do have people to convert still. So getting the bonus from the cult side is probably better than the temple there. We'll break down and build the regional road here. Grab the Weaver shop. Noble Gardens. We could definitely have that be a better Noble Gardens, but for the moment, 37 versus 0.5 Decadence is pretty good. Lots to build here. We're looking for the pleasure house here, so we should probably do the reroll there specifically. 3 slots here. Could be pretty much anything. Take the wheelmaker. 5 there. Could go culture. I think we'll do salt house for food. Courthouse. The 1, and the 4. We'll turn that 1 into 2 with that construction. Here we're looking for the clothing manufacturer, which can come up, just didn't come up. So we're going to do a reroll. We're going to be basically peaceful in a turn. We don't have a revolt. Let's wall up. Is that enough to finish? No. Sacred Estate. Sure. Might as well fortify up a little bit more here. Grab the Preceptor House. Nothing to build there. One and a 1. Grab the theater. And 3 Brawler? Yeah, because we have the Papyrus bonus. 2 and a 1. You'll hang around for 5 population, which is decent. Grab that then. And then in training ground. 1 and a 1, so definitely stuff to build here. The Stable Master. Don't necessarily... I think technically we'd have to bring the cavalry in here to get the horse effect. I think we are going to pass on that. As tempting as it is not to. Grab the Precept House instead. Five and 1. The 5 is the Byzantium place. Grab clear water. And the 1 is you. Take over that Preceptor House. Prison here won't be too amiss. Okay, and we're on the loose ones, which we don't have any to do for the moment. Okay. I think we can go around. Oh, the enter on that one is next stationary, is it? And check, make sure all the armies have a general. Well, all the real armies have a general, at least. Not too worried about the odd garrison unit I have somewhere. Yeah, it looks like everyone has a commander. Okay, so let's go ahead and end the turn. And see how things progress. Okay, there's our forces sailing from the fort. 3v2. We got 3 rolls, so we should roll better than them. Which we do. There we go. Crushing those Hellenic rebels. Okay, we have cooperation with them. We now have cooperation with them. Sell the metal. Displace the slaves. So if cooperation doesn't allow me to go through their territory, no. I think we need an alliance for that. They're not quite willing to come around to that yet. Let's offer them a gift. Same thing with Dacia. Let's give them a gift as well. apparently somewhere had a sudden epidemic. Not too worried about that. The Roman nation is big and less concerned with certain things than they otherwise maybe should be. Foaming bog. If I get a prospect and resources, I could remove that. Don't necessarily want to remove that, I suppose. Have you exit the fort. Oh, you'd be in range. You don't go there first. Okay. Arguably in range, you go all the way there. So go all the way there. We need Roman camp that place up. Okay, I think that's decent concept of motion with the troops. Dealing with rebels when they pop up. The prison has been completed. So we're now down to 42. It's unrest. When the unrest goes away, we'll be back over 50. Means we should stop having unrest events, at least here. May want to continue trying to improve the loyalty in the region. But yeah, I think we're at the point where we go around to all the provinces, make sure they got whether they got anything to build or not. And then I think we'll hear back from Macedonia, Byzantium on the next turn. In this case, the wax would provide some culture. So while it can be imported, apparently we don't have anyone importing it to the area yet, so just making it locally wouldn't be too bad. So we'll do wax. Oh, because the wax is also going to give us our 6th commerce building, give us access to the tier 3 commerce ones in the area. And yeah, we don't really need any real construction for that. We're in the next province. We have the capital. Yeah, the capital probably does want a commerce port. +1 trade range on the capital is always nice. On to the next one. One open slot here. Pick up the commerce district. No, we probably want to pull the port or the paved road or both, honestly. So we probably want to do a reroll here. We do need to have some net infrastructure here for the reroll to apply. There we go. Three things to build, or 3 slots to fill there. Silk required. Apparently don't have silk to any place to buy the silk, so we'll probably pass on that for the moment. We do the copper works. Actually, I think we'll do the salt house. Two open plots. Doubt we need that much stuff kicking around. It'd be around for 4. 4 might do it if we had the Mer. We don't. Do the barracks then? Sure. And yeah, then we only need 135 at most, and this is a lot more than 135, so the construction infrastructure guys need to go on to food. Yep, like something like that. That's with everyone on food, so definitely can't get any more production. Take the 0 slot, which is the upgrade of the warehouse. Needs just that, a little bit more production. Oh, well, I was about to say a little bit more. It's 150 more. It's a lot more. Okay, we'll complete the large warehouse in a turn, and then we'll build something else after it. You're looking for the armor. We've got 2 empty slots here, so we can put something else in. If I see anything that's interesting, and I think the answer is no. One and a one. Infirmary. Can already be important with the capital. Though I don't know if there's a lot of buildings that import it. We'll do the street parlor, though, because that's a good street parlor. And we need to obviously get some construction to build the street parlor. There we go, more than enough. Open slot. Market. Probably want it to be better. This is definitely one that we can upgrade, right? Because we can do stuff to import leather, import cloth, or make cloth. Same thing with the leather. Make the leather as well. Dye can be imported or made. But I don't think that's getting that slot if it's only that good. Yeah, I think we're gonna take the barracks. One open slot. Do a reroll here. Don't see anything interesting. You're looking for the pleasure coal. Is something we can pull. It's just not a high probability. Yeah, looks like it's a like 1 in 10 pull. And we'll go a little bit quicker. Get it done in a turn. Go on to the next thing. Take that Tribune. 1 and 2. Temple. This is a coastal site, so I'd be tempted to do the ocean one, but at the same time, we got so many citizens that need to be converted, so yeah, let's go ahead and take the temple. This wants to be the clothing manufacturer. We haven't pulled it yet, so do a reroll. That's one of the problems with building the crafting district, is there's so many different things you can pull. Not necessarily going to get what you want. I'm pretty sure there's no way to get rid of the Dune Storm, yeah. Okay. So you're moving to do that. You arrived at that location. Apparently wasn't anything to do there when you got there. Yeah, because it needs one more commerce building to get the paved road. Going to be the same here. Okay, so don't go there. Your road's already paved. That looks like a target. Okay, so try to go down to Sparta. Which you can do, all the way down to Sparta. And those are assigned, so let's go ahead and cycle the turn. See how the advancing and or peace deals get carried out. The Sally. There's actually a pretty strong resistance force there. Oh, and it's got a pretty good general. I think the rebels are going to win. Our fleet versus the tiny Macedonian fleet. Yeah. Rebels have at least chases back into the fort for the moment. Oh, and our guys keep sailing. That's not great. Oh, we won that one. The one I skip is the one we win, apparently. We fight the garrison and completely exhaust the garrison, so the garrison can just make a splat. Still in the progressing tier. We're now up to 2.6 times Macedonia's score. Well, around 2.6. Not going off into that fourth decimal. Okay. 1% chance of them accepting the alliance. Nothing here that I kind of want to do, so we'll just pass for the moment. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get military access so we can sort of pass over through into Macedonia. New Macedonian capital. Macedonia felt our offer was not in their best interests and have rejected it. Byzantium did the same. Oh, we got a serious plague summer that I'm going to promptly ignore because it doesn't really affect us very much, other than that one place where there's a plague. Once again, let's try to negotiate with these guys. We want you to cede the 2 regions we currently occupy. And they're getting more and more willing. They're up to 28%. Propose the deal. And then Macedonia. Once again, we're proposing peace. And once again, give us not all of the lands we occupy, because we want you to lose a bunch of legacy, but the stuff with our objectives and the stuff in our areas, to be fair. And that's up to 31% chance of success. And again, what we might do is we might trade these away to like Samartia. Just not to have them if this is what goes through. Else we will do like a negotiation for like the whole coastline up here or something. We'll see. Or actually, can you... No. It's gonna take at least 2 turns. Of course, it is gonna take 2 turns. You might want to do it anyway, do the crossing. Is there a wall on either of those locations? No. Balkan independence. Go and assign the 2-0 and have him exit the fort. Okay, arrived. Is that you? The Roman camp paved road. I suppose we're building a Roman camp. You should hang around long enough to upgrade that to a line. So we're not going to move you out right away. Your public working Roman camp. Okay. That would help a little bit with the loyalty, but not really enough. Fortress won't help. Granted, Fortress is just a reroll here, so we'll take it as a reroll. Okay, let's go around the provinces very quickly. So next... Oh, lots of stuff to build here. Irrigation canal for, well, more food when they're working food. That is the one we want there, so we'll take that one. Horse building harbors for bonus income. Okay. That doesn't look like a particularly great pottery for us. Not a particularly great tavern for us. So I think we're just gonna go reroll here. Don't think we want any of those options. Nuts, honey, figs. The only thing you're missing is dates. That's tempting. It's not giving us any food, so we're less interested from that perspective. It does give some culture. Go farm for people, or let's go this whole house for the health. No. I think we're going to reroll here. We don't like any of these options. Or I don't like any of these options. And we're developed enough here that I think it's worth being picky. Or do I want another military building so we can get access to the tier 3 military buildings? I think it's the military building we're going with. Yeah. And the gold, the copper, just missing the silver. Don't got a good way to move silver away, but I think 2 of the bonuses is probably good enough. Enough, yeah. Large farm that can be upgraded, or farm that can be upgraded to large farm. Probably what we want. This would at least give us access to the tier 3 culture the next time it gets a building slot. 1 and a 1. I might actually want to do a reroll here intentionally because we've got a couple interesting infrastructure upgrades. We got the land reclamation, the Builders Guild, that are 0 slots. So if we just reroll until those show up, then we can get a couple buildings back to back. Gotta get some luxury up here. Yeah. Well, that is quite expensive. Might not be worth doing. Might not be worth actually trying to complete in a turn. Yeah, it's not going to quite complete in a turn. Because it's being divided half and half with a shuffle. Like, if I cancel the shuffle, we do finish in a turn, but we'll let it go too. Armor, no. We do have 2 slots here, so I will take the barracks. Commercial port. Take the large farm. Okay. An open slot. Take the smokehouse for the health. Take the courthouse. Lots to build here, honestly. You're looking for the pleasure. It's not available. We'll take the brickworks. It's got the space. Orchard probably is the best farm you're going to get. Oh, maybe not desperate. Or desperate to build farms if you're not going to get good ones. Take the salt house. So yeah, most of this area is either desert or it's that arid steppe. So the arid steppe is actually probably the most fertile of the bunch. Yeah, and the best it's still getting is still the orchard. Grab the fishery, be able to get access to tier 2 commerce. Lots of building slots here. We got a 2, a 2, and a 4. Market moving bad. This would probably actually give us the ability to, well, once we get the crafting district, build the build the cloth source anyway. So. Here we're looking for the clothier. Cotton, flax is pretty easy to import, so I think we will go with this. Not what we're looking for, but we got a building slot to continue searching. And then that will import the flax so that you'll get the bonus from the most money. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That works well. Two there. Would make sense to maybe grab a military building so we could get access to rolling for the military academy. Yeah. Oh, actually, how much construction do I need to build a weapons depot? A lot less than what we're giving it, yeah. I'm gonna put a little bit back in comparison to that. A little bit more. There we go. 1 and 1. Plantation's a lot of food. Let's go to the loyalty penalty. We've got plenty of loyalty here. Or we could do the builder, or we could do the prison. Let's do the 0 slot ones, which is either the plantation or the builder. The orchard is decent here. That would give us our 6th commerce building. So then we'd basically be looking for the buildings that upgrade. So looking to grab granary, looking to grab well, looking to upgrade the farm. Not quite getting the plantation done. click there. Lots of building here to go. Grab that warehouse. Grab that smokehouse. We're actually building Roman camp there, which can take a space up. So we're just gonna cycle on over that and ignore it for the moment. So actually that means we should take people off and put them on food. Get the growth going real fast. One and a 2. Ooh, irrigation canals would be a 0 slot, would provide 20 more food. This is with no one on food as well, so this is pretty strong. Yeah. Here, I think we're looking at a reroll. And a bank. $53 commerce is not a small amount to sniff at. Building up Byzantium. At some point they'll agree that it is in fact ours after we hold it for long enough. Build a prison here? Yeah, let's build a prison here. Okay. Place we took. Does probably want that land expansion. School's not bad. Okay, that's all the loose. Cycle the turn. There's the rebels that we're selling against. Looks like we won the ranged exchange. Though we only won the range exchange, which that's not great. Another range exchange. 9 versus 2. Okay, that one a little bit better. Storm the Macedonian fort. Illyrica is seeking alliance. Sarmatia is seeking alliance. Okay. Prove some slave rights. Sell some metal. Displace some slaves. Okay, so the negotiation's still outbound. Troops are heading to the shores. I think before we end the part, I want to see whether Byzantium or Macedonia negotiates with us, or if we end up occupying these two places. If we end up occupying those two places, then it just comes down to getting passage through these guys. Yeah, so I should go run through the provinces. How do these provinces actually line up? So you got 2 of those, so you definitely don't want to keep those. Actually control the whole 4 here. At this point. So make you a province. We'll do something like that. Let's stabilize that region a bit more. Same there. We got stuff to build here. Build school. Could go with that theater. Or the granary. I think we'll go with theater here for the culture. Okay, I'll build both of those in a turn. I don't like any of those choices. Oh yeah. Noble Gardens, 110 culture. Only way to make it better would be ceramics. And we can build it in a turn. There we go. Let's go ahead and grab the... Ooh, that's a good question. No, let's do warehouse, builder hall. Also, let's expand the land expansion. There we go. Next one. One gold slot. Most of that's already upgraded. Could do the farm if we wanted food. We'll do the street parlor because I want the culture more. There's a fair. Everything except for the olive oil. Making it pretty profitable. This is the border province, so we'll do the watchtower for the defense. Defense of the realm comes for the ka-ching of the bank account, I suppose. Looking for the armory here. Getting it, so we're re-rolling. Decent noble gardens. Major harbor. One. Could be better if we had luxury, but it's good enough as is. Actually, let's go back for the moment. Got to move more people on to production to get it built faster. Okay. Build up the training ground. No, if we could trade for it, we'd do it. We'll do the wall instead. One and a 4. 4 is the new province. Just barely happy. Can have a land expansion, so it's going to go up to 5 instead of down to 3. You're looking for the clothing. We can give you a guard tower. You're decently exposed at the moment. And that would function as a reroll in this situation. We'll wall here because it's decently close to Carthage. So if Carthage comes for us, it'll be extra protection. One open slot. Single nearby structure would reduce 5 more culture from the wax. That's probably a scriptorium. Let's go ahead and do that for the culture. Yeah. Plantation's fine. One open building slot here, so we probably don't need this much construction, but we'll find out in a moment. I think we're actually going to go for the reroll here, so we definitely don't need it. one more guy on production. And land expansion. 4 open slots in the Byzantium. We need... Well, I suppose gold is imported by the bank, so we could just sit around and reroll until we get the bank to make this worthwhile, but I'd rather have it be vaguely worthwhile without having to worry about the bank coming up. Let's do Smokehouse instead. And we don't need that much construction on it. An expansion and what? Grab a wall. I'm gonna grab a port instead. Grab the harbor. A little overinvested, but we'll just roll with it for the turn. Keep it simple. Oh, and that's been all the way around. So, loose ones. Istra. Build up to massive walls, which is actually the highest build anywhere level wall. Decent ceramic works. Okay, let's cycle the turn, see how the Macedonians respond to our treaty. I think this is going to be the last in turn of the part, and probably the stream at this point. Feeling a little bit tired. And as much as I want to finish the run, best not to be too tired and start making real mistakes. Here's the next turn. We gotta see how they respond. So we're brought up to about 2.69, so just short of 2.7. So we are definitely at the point where if I got them to take that minus 1,000. From the peace, they would probably surrender, or we'd probably win the game. They're proposing to settle peace. These are presumably not the terms I offered. Honestly, at this point, I don't think you're not even worth negotiating with. Because I can just grab your last bit. You we want to negotiate with. That we'll counter-propose because we don't want what you're offering. Want those 4 places. And we want to humiliate you. Honestly, at this point, I'm tempted just to say, give me that place. That place. Oh, no, we're at the point where if we do that, we won't be able to do the humiliate. So yeah, we'll just take the 4 and the humiliate. In theory, this is a 100% request, so they're on board with giving that. Just got to offer it, and they should accept. And we'll just march those forces in, so that will make that a win against Byzantium, which will just officially give us all of Byzantium's bits. And yeah, I think with that, I am going to go ahead and put the part break in and end the stream. We're getting real close. I may just do a pop-up stream if I find some time to finish it out, because I literally think we have like 2, maybe 3 turns left. Because if Macedonia accepts that treaty, they're going to drop by 1,000. And that will drop the legacy point threshold for winning to about 27,000. Give or take a couple hundred, and you can see with a turn or two, we'll be 27,000, give or take a couple hundred. So we should be winning in like the next couple turns, if they accept that negotiation. So with that, if you're watching on YouTube, there'll probably be part up tomorrow. I'll probably do, well, either we will stream this again in 4 days, in which case we'll still probably, in theory, have part up for you tomorrow. Or I'll have a pop-up stream within 4 days, in which case this will be done by then. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying. There should be a part up for you tomorrow. That may be the last part up, based on how things are going, because we'll win the run at that point. If you're watching on Twitch, I don't know when the next stream is going to be. Well, I don't know when the next stream of this will be, because we may, if I get some free time, I'll pop it up early and probably finish the game out before would normally be up. Normally it'd be up in 4 days. That's currently the cycle we're running on is 4 games and 4 games, recording 4 parts a day, on a 4-day cycle. So Field of Glories was today. Tomorrow will be Victoria 3. They've incremented the patch number on Victoria 3 again. Don't think it really changes anything with the strategy I was planning on playing in the previous patch, but the previous patch was the one we were playing on previously. Obviously, we're going to start a new game because it has affected that process. So Victoria 3 will be tomorrow. The day after that will be Long Dark. We'll try to get the trade done. Day after that will be Terraformers, the Red Planet Awaits. That went pretty well last night, so even though it was only a 3-parter, we actually got 2 scenarios done in that 3 parts. And then the day after that would normally be Field of Glory Empires. But there is the potential, because I think we got like 1 part in us, or 1 part left in the run, that we'll go ahead and try to find a time to do that stream early, because it'll be shorter than normal stream. If that does happen, then we'll have a different game up in 4 days. It won't be Field of Glory Empires, because we'll have won. I haven't figured out what that game will be yet, so feel free to check the schedule if you're watching on Twitch, because the game in 4 days will be scheduled regardless of what game it is. I don't know what the game is yet, because I'm going to decide that. If you're watching on YouTube, and I suppose I've just said that, so that's basically the schedule. If you're interested in seeing any of that, you can probably go ahead and sneak over to Twitch. The username on Twitch is Wilcol. The After Action VODs stay up for about 7 days, so actually the long-term goal is to get things uploaded and available for you on YouTube before they come down off of Twitch. So if you are watching this on YouTube, you probably can go ahead and sneak ahead and get the future part. If you're watching this on Twitch and want to see any of the earlier parts, because this has been 9 streams long at this point. I think this is the 10th stream. So only the previous stream is probably still up on Twitch. So if you want to see the bits you've missed, you can go over to YouTube. They're uploaded to YouTube in local recording quality at... I record them locally, so I then compress them, so they go up to like 1080p at 30 frames per second on YouTube, which is a more reliable quality than I think what Twitch gets. Twitch gets whatever the local internet can provide, which I suppose on the odd situation might actually be higher quality, because I believe the game is in the native resolution of my monitor, which is a little bit better than 1080p. But they're not necessarily going to get reliable quality, because it's being set to throttle the quality to maintain the frames. So if the internet isn't supporting that quality, then they don't get that quality. Get whatever the internet can handle. And with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Or the next game at this point, because this is probably where... Well, this is probably the last regularly scheduled stream for this. We'll probably have a pop-up stream and finish it out, because I think it's got about one part, maybe 2 if I cut it weird, left in it. So that, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Bye for now.